Hi everybody, how are you doing today? I decided to go ahead and do a craft with me video. I am sitting here with a lot of my fall embellishments that are extra sitting around me. I have a couple cute little small journals that I've been wanting to fill with my extra ephemera. So I started that process and then I decided, oh, I should go ahead and do a craft with me. So I'm going to move this over a little bit so you guys can see what's going on here. Here is a cute little journal that I am working on. It is an image from Creative Fabrica. You go ahead and just look up like winter images. And if I can remember the link, I'll put it below in the video, as well as a couple of these other kits. I'm not really great at remembering where I get things. I'm one of those. I love Creative Fabrica. I will set Creative Fabrica, download like 20 digitals, and end up printing 3 or 4 and using the ephemera and making tons and tons of ephemera. But as a result of that, I have ephemera that I'm not quite sure where it's from, and I just know I've used it from Creative Fabrica. So anyways, I love this little small journal. I'm making journals for a craft fair that I'm doing next Saturday, so I thought you guys might enjoy doing a craft with me on Saturday afternoon, at least this Saturday afternoon, and then maybe I'll do a quick video at the fair, let you know how things are set up and all that good jazz. But I have about 10 journals made. I want to make 10 or 15 by the end of this next week, so I'm working through these 2 journals here. I've done about 30 cards. I'd like to make some more cards. My husband's done some ornaments. So I mainly sell junk journals when I do booths, and also sell the ephemera and sell some of the supplies. So that's what I usually do at my booths. I'll have cards as well. And I might do some holiday stuff like tea holders or s'mores little kits and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. Like, I think this would really be cute with with cups and coffee or s'mores, having little journals like this in like a little basket like this. So don't know if I will do that, but I've always thought that was a really cute design idea. So upholstery fabric, we all love it. This tapestry fabric is a little bit of a challenge. I'm gonna cut that down a little bit. So I've made 4 of these journals. I've got 2 more to decorate. And I sort of wanted to show you my process of, I talk about having bins of my by season, and I have them in different parts of my craft room because I use them at different levels. So I went ahead and did this. I decided to restart the video because I had gotten off track a little bit. But this is my fall bin. So if I make something or I'm working on a project and it didn't quite finish getting done in the journal, I will throw my fall items in here. They're usually larger, but smaller items can go. I just went through and sorted through a lot of the smaller items, and because they will fit in that journal. But I will, once this gets full, I will make sure I do some craft downs and make sure everything in here is crafted down into journals. So I probably can do 2 or 3 journals, maybe 5 or 6 journals out of the stuff that is left over in here. I just haven't gotten to the point of doing that. So this bin is over by my sewing machine, and I do all my work primarily on like a dining table in my craft room. I also have another big craft table to the right of me that I can stand up at, and that's where I do all my cutting. I'll do some stamping, and it's just extra storage as I process things back and forth. Okay, so my other fall craft, whoops, okay. This is my fall little blue bin. And it also has pieces of ephemera that I have cut out or I have made, and I put them in these little packages. So this might end up just going into the shop for $5. It's a little bin of snippets, or I haven't decided if I'm going to use this. Things are already done. I might just be able to use it in a small Clean Me Up journal as well as this. So I have gone through today, like this is all like this is sort of mismatch. I have another mushroom one. I got feathers in here. They're brown, makes me think of the brown feathers. Here is, even though these are not fall colors, when I think of cooking, I think of fall. So it's home to me. So anything that is home registers fall in my brain. That may not be the case for you, depending on color schemes and stuff. But I know if I want to do a recipe journal, I'm gonna come to my fall bin because my recipes will be there and I can work in any color scheme. So like here's my mushrooms. What else do I have in here? Here is another mismatch, but it was from the leftovers from a Dear Julie kit. Here's the recipes. Here is some more leftovers. Here are some small fall snippets. And I've got my extra stickers and things that I've cut out of books. So all these register fall to me. And then I've got some stickers and I've got a London book that I cut down. And then I have a couple other things that register fall in my mind. So if I'm crafting, I'll just grab those and I know that those are available to me. I would love to use these up this winter, like get this all out this winter and just have my stamps and my stencils and my stamps, stencils, and embossing tools eventually in this blue bin. Like I'd love to just get things crafted down so well that I don't have a lot of this left over and I'm just working off of a project at a time, or everything will fit into that other bin that I showed you. So those are my long-term goals. We'll see if we get there. So one of the, okay. So what I did just a few minutes ago is I went through that bigger bin and I looked and decided, okay, there's some things that I'm interested in. That's just not gonna fit, so I'll set that there. So I'm gonna see if there's two of these. I think they both would be cute. I'm gonna pull that out. I'm gonna pull these out. I'm gonna pull this out, pull this out. All You Need Is Love is really cute. I'm gonna hold off on using that and that. I'm gonna use these. So I had just went through that fall book and I had some extra items here. I don't think I'm gonna use this. These are more scraps. These would go more into a scrap bin, but they were in fall just because they were extra sitting around. I'm okay with them being out. I could use them. I'm gonna pull this out. That's too big. That's not fall enough. I'll pull a couple of these out. Pull this one. Do a couple of the coffee concepts. Pull another one. These are all a little bit different, so I may be willing to use them. These are all hearts. Another leaf. This might work. This might work. And I'll see if I want to use these coffees. Okay. So I've decided so far what will or won't work. So I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to grab this and just start putting things into the journal to see if I feel like it's full. I'm going to move this a little bit closer here. And just see if there's a place that I want to put this little cutie. So I've got that design there, so I might want it over here. So why don't I do that? So I really love doing craft fairs. I do 3 a year, and excuse me, I tend to take about 25 journals with me, maybe a few more. I sell 5 to 10 and or the ephemera and resource supply kits that I sell. And then I'm able to take what is left over to a shop locally. Crafted in Seaside is a shop that I sell my journals at in our small community. Seaside, Oregon is a great tourist spot, and I'm really lucky to be in a shop that is visited by so many people, both locally and not locally. So, Dawn, the owner there, she is a gem. She's so much fun. She's got a great personality. She has a lot of energy for Seaside and the community itself. She's an artist and loves to support artists. And she's also a businesswoman that does, like, if you need your logo done for shirts or hats or items like that, you can also have, she'll also do like custom, like if you come into the shop and you want a picture on a sweatshirt, she will do that type of stuff for you. So we love Dawn. It's so funny that the shop, there's, Dawn was a really common name during our generation. In my elementary school, there were 6 of us. And then I really hadn't encountered a lot of Dawns, you know, just maybe 1 or 2 here or there. But working with Dawn at the shop, we both are like, between the 2 of us in our community, we know about 6 Dawns. And it's been sort of a joke. We had a gal come into the shop once, and we were talking about it, and what the gals were from Seattle. And one of the gals was really energetic. She loved the journals. And so when they first came into the shop, I had made some coffee journals. And I said, oh, you guys are from Seattle. You might like this coffee journal. And so we went over there, and she looked at through all the journals. It was great. It was a lot of fun. And so for an hour, we're talking with these 2 women, but mainly the one woman who was really enjoying the journals. And then... so she buys a couple journals, and then our friend's right behind her, and she grabs the coffee journal that I had suggested she get, that I had pointed out. She ended up liking it and ended up getting it. And she goes, by the way, my name is Dawn, and I just busted up. It was so funny. It was really a lot of fun. So, and then in the shop is also Donna. So it's Dawn, and Donna. So I just tell people they can call me Yammy. If you know me, you know the Colds call me Yammy, and I've sort of adopted that. I don't think I'm going to do the red. I'm just sort of doing the neutral thing here. And I'm not doing anything special. I'm just sort of gluing down the pieces that I think are cute. Again, I'm keeping things as simple as possible. I'm saving some of these because I think I want a lot of these for the other journal. Just have those be the tabs because the journal's a little bit shorter. But I love making these ahead of time because they just make putting the journals together so much easier. I'm gonna put this little card back here with that. I think that's cute. It's a little envelope. Do I have a coffee one in here? If I don't, I think I will do one. I just need to decide where. I could have that be a cute little belly band like that. So this is a great way to use some of the littles or things that you don't always use up. As you can see, I could probably do 10 more of these little journals and still maybe make a dent into what I'm working on. I may use that in the other one. So this was fun. So I worked on twice this summer, or just last week, and then probably a month and a half ago, I made over 100 journal covers per event. So last week I made 100 journal covers, and then 6 weeks ago or 8 weeks ago I did the same. I'm making a lot of those into kits and or have made them into journals. But we had this beautiful fabric. I just was in love with this fabric. It had gold and leaves, so I was able to, I spent a day or maybe a day and a half cutting out some of that fabric. I had a lot of it, so I made journals out of, but the threads weren't great, so I thought it might be better to make these little leaf clips, and I just love them. They're so pretty. And I went through and just made a lot of these items out of the extra fabric I had. Another cute piece, because I had a lot of felt, so I made some leaves. I did some little ribbon stuff. So anyways, that's why I have so much of this, because I had done all those journals and then I wanted to use all the scraps. So I've been trying to craft down all those scraps. So I have an abundance right now, but hopefully that will get me ahead of my schedule so that I can have journals made ahead of time. I was sick. I've been sick the last month or so, and I went into the shop twice, and like 3 weeks ago I went and filled it up. They were low, and then I went just last week and they were low. So I had 7 journals ready for the craft fair, but the shop was low. It needed the journals. So I had to start again. So I've got the, let's see, I have 7 made. So I will have 25 made by next week. But I thought it's not gonna fit in this one. But it might be, I thought it might be fun to bring you along, sort of let you see my process. I think, I don't know if you guys would get bored with my process, but I know you guys have been curious about just sort of how I do my workflow, and people have been really intrigued by my seasonal. I've got a journal out there, or not a journal, a video out there that has a lot of views, talking about how I organize my supplies by season. And if you look at that video, this little blue bin looks a whole lot different than what it looked 3 years ago or whatever. So it's sort of fun to see that process. Like, okay, now I use the bin for things that are more done instead of things that are not quite as much done. So yeah, that's gonna go into something else. That's sort of pretty. So anyways, I have worked that bin idea, like in my guest room. The closet is filled of, like, I have the 4 bins, and they're winter, spring, summer, and fall. So I had gotten a whole bunch of fabric, too much to even fit in my bin. So this summer, it's like, okay, I need to get rid of what's all this fabric, or I need to craft it down. So I've chosen to craft it down. Not quite there yet, really close, but I got rid of one of the bins, and have been able to work the rest into, got rid of one of the extra bins of fabric, and I've been able to work it into my other bins and or craft a lot of it down. So that's why I've been doing so many journal covers. Is usually when I make journal covers, I do fabric on one side and wallpaper on the other, but the last batch that I did, it was fabric on both sides, just to try to work some of that stuff down. Okay, so this has, the things are going over the edge. Probably I should have checked before I closed it. I think it's okay, you know, it'll sell, people will like that, but I wish I would have moved them in just a little bit more on this one, but that's cute. I think I'm done. Like I said, I don't think these need to be super embellished because they are a little bit smaller. And then here's the other one that I did. I am going to put things out on the edge a little bit more. And I wanted to see if I can work this one, this little flip out onto a page because it's really cute. Yeah, I think that's cute. So I don't know that the pages in here are bigger. They might be a little bit bigger. Let's see if this will fit in here. Yeah, that will just fit in there. I'm not gonna use this one. I will lose some glue doing that, but I can also, by the end of the day, if I want to do some collage, I can use what's at the bottom of that and just use that up that way. I really wanted to put these in to this journal. I just think they're cute. So one thing that I do at the every day is I'll take my pieces of paper and throw them near my sewing machine, and then I have a bin of fabric and some other things that's by my sewing machine. And when I clean up my desk, I just make little snippets like this. I will use, you know, I might cut down some paper into punches or hearts or flowers. You've seen me using those. And it's a good way to just sort of do these side tabs. I want different side tabs. I don't want it all to be the same. I'm gonna go through and see which one of the, I don't mind having different colors on this one. Brightening it up a little bit. So I find that's a good way to use scraps. And then the other thing that I do is I will, if people spend $50 either in the shop or at the store, I will, or at the craft show, I will give away a $5 gift. And it's usually one of these little packs of my little sewed items. And it's just a random pack. But it's a nice little extra to give to people, thanking them for supporting you and all that good jazz. And it's a great way to use up those book pages and those extra pages that you come across that you might not use up. I want to get more into doing some of the shabby chic digital. So like this is my bases page. Like in my Copa shop I have a bases, and so it has the grid and some lace and some lines, and they're really great to work with. It's fun to have those available, especially if you're doing like the shabby chic or really neutral journals. If you like the minimalist look. And I could have put, it's so minimal, it's nice. You could do really bright colors if you wanted to. Yeah, I'm just going back and forth with the things that I used. Oh, I wanted to put this in there. I thought it was cute. It's milk, coffee, and cream. Thought that was cute. I wonder if I want to cut this down a little bit closer. So I hope you guys are having a good Saturday. The sun finally came out. We've been really stormy. I don't know if the sun's gonna stay out. I may have missed the window to have it, to enjoy the sunny day out there. My husband's working a little bit later tonight. That's cute, little coffee and cream there. I have to admit, I'm a little bit embarrassed. Like, I have so many little bits and pieces here and there. It's like, okay, I have to get through this. So, and it's fall season. Well, it's sort of fall winter. Let's see if I can cut these out and make some fun out of these too. So I will be working primarily on those this next week. I do want to do some Americana and cowboy, and there is a baby journal I want to do and a couple wedding journals I want to do. I have to do a little dinosaur driving journal. So if you want to see Craft with Me's with those this week, go ahead and hit like and subscribe and leave a comment below. Let me know which Craft with Me you'd like to see. And I will try to videotape that if I'm working on it and my husband's not home. I'm much less distracted that way. I was really surprised. I did a Craft with Me and had a lot more views than my other videos. I'm like, oh, so I guess people like Craft with Me's. If you like Craft with Me's or flip throughs, let me know. I do have a new camera, so I will be able to do longer videos, and I'm not gonna commit yet. In the new year, I will probably do some, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not craft, lives and all that good jazz. So let's see, this one is getting pretty cute and it's looking okay. Like, it doesn't look so weird with the edge because there's things sitting there now. I wanted to use a couple more of these because I just love the colors. And I don't think whoever gets it will mind having some extras there. And just sort of maybe a nod to spring, because it's winter now, but it won't always be winter. And I think that's cute. Okay, so yeah, that can get them through winter, maybe Valentine's, a birthday here or there. Yeah, that's cute. And then I will go ahead and bind that. So I got these two done, essentially. I'm gonna set those aside. And then let's see what I have here as far as, I think I'm gonna just put everything back into here, and I will make maybe a couple more. This can go into the fall thing. I will make a couple more journal covers and use these. This might, oh, the coffee one is done. And use these to fill it out. So you might see these again, but since I'm sort of in this workflow, I'm probably just gonna draw upon these and just work this down, and then I'll work on working other things down. I have some extra bags here that I can fill up if I need to. Like, I might make a steampunk bag and go through and print up some, I know I have some other steampunk items around, and I want to make a couple of steampunk journals, littles and bigs. So I will just put that there because I know that's a possibility. And this is, I'll wait and see if that makes the cut somewhere else. And that's purples. I'll be working on some purple journals. So this is a quick way for me to just sort of pull everything back together. I've got this fall collection here. I've done some, I don't think I've done the edges on these. Just a little bit shorter or thinner. Not gonna make myself work that hard. So I'm looking at these, I'm like, oh, these can make some mini journals. So I might make some more mini journals so that these can be accommodated. And I'm playing around with the idea of making some mini, really tiny journals that can go on trees. So with that, those might be a good option to do that. So I guess that's all I have for Craft With Me right now. I might do another video. So once again, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Thanks for joining me. And I hope you guys have a great week. I hope to be doing more videos. My husband was off for a week, and I am still recovering from a little bit of not feeling well. So I hope to be back into the groove of things soon. So you guys have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.